Alrighty guys, what's up? Hope the audio is okay right now. I'm out downtown, so it's a bit loud, but today's video is about how I went on 15 dates in 30 days while in Eastern Europe. I don't know what it was, but I definitely learned a lot, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And y'all want to say what's up? Say what's up. So we're in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is not as good as Eastern Europe, but it's okay by Arkansas standards. Oh, excuse me. Y'all look beautiful tonight. Have a great night.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Okay, so first things first, here's what I did. When I was in Eastern Europe, I approached literally every single girl that I saw. There's some girls right here. And I gained crazy momentum from it. So what I was trying to do, I literally had this rule, and it was a bit exhausting actually. Hello, how's y'all's night going? Good to see me. I literally approached every single girl for about 1 week. Anytime I see a cute girl, I have to approach. It got to the point where my interactions would be short, and here's the main thing I learned from that. Short interactions are actually just as valuable as the long ones. So you saw what I did there when I was walking by all the girls. I was just like, hey, how's your night going? Y'all look beautiful. Have a great night. I literally now, whenever I go out, instead of trying to full stop a girl and approach her, sometimes it's better and more wise to just say, hey, you look absolutely gorgeous tonight. And you kind of see if they're receptive, because a lot of the times they're busy, they're walking one way, you're walking one way. And you might be thinking, well, how does that help you get a date? You know, you're not getting a number. What it does is it helps you build momentum and it helps you get out of your head. So for the first week of approaching, it was literally just me getting out of my head, kind of like I was doing back there, like actually really nervous to go out, vlog in public. But if you start approaching people, you get out of your head, and then you slowly but surely learn that, oh, it is actually safe to vlog and talk in this environment. So first week, I approached literally everybody, just said hi to everyone, and that was the first thing that I did to try and get dates. And then it's funny, they're listening to me like, what are you talking about? One funny side note, in Europe, it was easier to vlog for me because no one knew what the fuck I was saying half the time, but in America, everyone speaks English. So it's a bit more, it's like, I feel like I'm being spied on here. Anyways, so that's the first thing. Eastern Europe, crazy abundance. Second thing is I approached all and gained momentum. Now, I didn't do that for the entire month. I would say just the first week I went ham, and then I did, you know, like an average amount of approaches, like 3, 4, 5, or 6 a day. But my close rate, guys, if you're not in the game, you're probably like why is he using these terms? So my close rate for every approach, I swear to God, it was like 50%. Like, it was insane. I would walk up, half the time I'd be at least getting an Instagram, and then half the time I could at least schedule a date. So, all right, we're gonna get into the next topic. First, I'm gonna walk around a little bit more. This is a college town, by the way, in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Huge college town. Yeah, go ahead, say hi.
You're on YouTube?
Oh, yes, sir. Hello.
What is this for? YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
Wait, can we be featured?
Of course, you're already in it.
Okay.
Say hi.
This is Kizzy Snyder.
I didn't expect to get this much attention. Hey, we should get off the street. Hey, man, that's why I like vlogging in America.
So, boys, man, quick story about this night. I was so nervous. I literally was in my car for about 15 minutes. I had just got off work. I was exhausted, mentally drained. I did not want to talk to nobody that day, but I said I was going to shoot this video. So I went ahead and did it. And sometimes when you do that, you get out of your head and you just start approaching and you just take action. If you want to learn how to approach, I just created a course that is detailed about exactly how to do it. Check it out. Link is in the bio.
All right, so I lived downtown in Budapest, Hungary, and the foot traffic is insane. You can literally do 10 approaches in like 1 minute and still remain anonymous, meaning nobody knows who the fuck you are because it's constantly changing. There's constant foot traffic. So honestly, there's no way in hell I could have gotten 15 dates in 30 days if I didn't have that much foot traffic. And y'all look great tonight. All right. When I started going on dates, I would go out for a drink, but I had a lot of experiences because it's hard to really vet somebody. I had a lot of experiences where I would go out, go grab a drink. Yeah, say hi, please.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
Daisy.
Daisy, yeah. That's a cute name. That's really cool.
Very much. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel, yeah. Right now we're talking about a lot of raunchy things.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Have fun.
Daisy, thank you for saying hi.
Yeah.
All right, so what I learned was going on so many dates, literally like 2 or 3 a day sometimes, gets really time consuming and expensive. So I was like, how can I go on a date and figure out if I like the girl first instead of spending all this money? I'm literally imagine being broke, not having that much money, while simultaneously spending like hundreds of dollars on drinks on girls you don't even know. Especially in Eastern Europe, they kind of expect you to pay. It's more traditional, so the man pays. Anyways, literally what I started to do, I developed a new strategy, and I talk all about it in the course. I go in detail, but I'll tell you some of it right now. I started going on only coffee dates, and I would arrange it to where I would go on a date for 15 to 30 minutes. And if I found that they were cool, I would schedule a date for the nighttime to get drinks. Hey, sure, say what's up. Hey, what's up? How are y'all doing? You having a good time? All right, have a good night. So, what I would do is guys, by the way, this is so out of my comfort zone. Like, I got a rush of adrenaline from it at first, but now I just feel like a cheesy vlogger running around. I am a cheesy vlogger. So, what I would do is I would schedule the 15 to 30 minute coffee date. I would let them know, hey, I'm running errands today. Let's just grab a quick coffee. They would come through. Basically, I would have a really great time with the girl, like 15, 30 minutes, just great conversation. Or I would find out, wait a minute, this girl isn't that cool. I really don't want to try to get a date with her. Let's just leave it at this coffee date. And I would literally only spend like $3 or $4. It was such a fun experience because even if I didn't like the girl that much and I ended up, weren't going to go on a date too, I still kind of felt fulfilled going and having a coffee with a random stranger. It still felt okay. It still didn't take away from my day. It didn't cost a lot of money. And I was able to get something I love, which is coffee and conversation. So it was win-win in my opinion. And yeah, so and also here's a major key here. The coffee shop that I chose was downtown. It literally was 1 minute away from my apartment. I could literally be working on something, chilling, doing whatever I need to do, put on some regular ass clothes, takes like 2 minutes, run to the coffee shop. Within 30 minutes, I'm already back home working again. So I lost nothing from my day. It was literally just a coffee break. And I was able to do like 3 of those a day. So that is the strategy I developed. I know it's like nothing crazy, it's just a coffee date. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Vlog?
Hell yeah, let's go. So really nothing crazy. I know you guys probably are like, wow, groundbreaking, you went on a fucking coffee date. But the reason why this was such an epiphany for me is because in the past, I would always schedule dates like, you know, I would make it this big thing. Let's go for drinks. I would plan something. I would book something. But that was usually because I was coming from a place of scarcity. Like, this was my one shot. I have one girl I'm talking to. There's no other options because I live in Arkansas or whatever. If they were cool enough, and that was my mindset. Oh, excuse me. What's your name?
I'm Allie.
Allie, nice to meet you.
Nice to
What are
meet
you up
you.
to tonight? Are you just partying or?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah.
Calling it a night?
Work in the morning.
I feel you. Me
Yeah.
too. I'm working right now, so. Do you want to say hi to my vlog?
Sure.
Say what's up. Allie, what do you do for work?
I'm a waitress right now because I'm in school.
Okay, cool. So I can tell you're super like social, you're not shy. You probably get that from waiting tables because you have to talk to people all
I have
day.
to talk to people, that's very
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Mandatory. Part of the job.
Mandatory. You have to. Do you kiss out? Are you a good waitress? Do you get good tips? Are you good with dealing with like bitchy customers?
I'm good at dealing with bitchy customers.
Yeah.
My restaurant has a mandatory gratuity policy. So,
Oh hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, that makes it easier.
Tipping
You like
is
plug it.
mandatory. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Good
you,
to see
Allie.
you. Yeah, have a
Appreciate
nice
it.
night.
Have a good night. Do you care if I get your Instagram?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, so shoot your shot. I thought I had that one in the bag, guys. I'll be real. Oh well. All right. So what I learned was my luck out here is definitely not as good as Eastern Europe. I will be honest. But what I learned is if you vet the girl properly and you're in the mindset of abundance where you have tons of options, you set up the day 2. How are you doing? Good. You set up the day 2 and you go on the date from that perspective. So now you've met a girl, you know you've had a good time, you know you're probably going to enjoy spending a little bit more money and a little bit more time on the day 2 and spending an entire night. It takes more time to get dressed up, it takes more time to walk over to the bar. But that leads me to the next point, which is you got to find a really good bar. And this is what I learned. The perfect bar is a bar that's loud, cozy, dimly lit, but not too dimly lit, and other people are on dates, because there you're able to kiss, flirt, and you're kind of just blending in with everyone else on a date, and it's perfect. And you got to find a really nice bar to do that. How are y'all doing? Good. Alrighty, so let's move on, and then we'll get to the next point. So the bar that I went to, I have it in my vlog, in my last vlogs. I probably went on 7 dates at the same bar. And what starts to happen is the people who work there recognize you, and what happens is you become a big fish in a small pond. Let me explain what that means. A big fish in a small pond. You basically become well known in that one bar, so that when you walk in, and if you tipped well and you made friends, everyone in that bar who works there is like, oh, hey, what's up? Welcome back. Same thing with the coffee shop. You go to the same place, you take the same date there. I know you might be thinking, well, no, isn't that awkward? They're gonna see me take so many dates. No, it kind of just makes you look cool. It makes you like a little celebrity in that bar. The people are like, oh, look, he's bringing his next date. They're like, hey, Daniel, welcome back. It got to the point where when I walked in, the girl that I took was like, how many dates have you brought here? And I'm like, yeah, maybe like, you're the first one. She was like, you fucking liar. You're like, yeah, you got me. But anyways, girls don't care. They understand that you're dating. Yeah, find a bar that's close by. It really does save you a lot of time, and just go to the same bar. Find one that works, that's cozy, that's loud, that's intimate. Other people should be going on dates there too. That's a major key. Don't go to a place like this where it's like literally like packed and drunk college people. That's not the date night spot. Alrighty guys, so I want to differentiate. I want to talk about how the dates actually went. I went on around 15 to 20 dates. I actually don't know the number. I just know it was more than 15. How are you doing tonight? I don't have chemistry with that many people. It takes a lot of numbers for me. That's why I like vetting them. Okay, it's way too loud right here. It is a good date should be fun. I know that sounds obvious, but I found that so many of the dates were so fucking boring. And here's what I learned. If you start to feel bored, cut the date early. Do not waste your fucking time. You should never feel bored during a date. If you feel nervous, that's one thing, but if you feel bored, the girl feels bored. If you feel bored, she feels bored. If you feel bored, end the date. Don't waste your time. 9 times out of 10, nothing is gonna happen, and it's not worth it. You guys don't have chemistry. What I learned is you don't wanna waste time trying to make something happen that's not supposed to happen. Here's what I realized. When I would cut the date early, a lot of the girls that I went on the date with saw that I respected my time so much, and they asked for another date, and they were even, and it usually ended up being way better on the second date, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say more than that. But basically, when they see that you respect your time and you're willing to cut the date off early, they respect that, and they're gonna want another date. Or you end up just not wasting any time, and you save a lot of time, and yeah, cut the date early. Do not waste your time. All right, I'm getting nervous now, guys. Holy shit. So, the last point is this, and it kind of relates to having a boring date. I noticed that with every single date that was successful, where there was intimacy and we liked each other, we never talked about logical things. I remember there was one date where literally the entire time, I don't even think she asked me what I did once. From the first date to the second date to the end of it, she never once asked what I did. So what I learned, what's up, man? How are you? Hell yeah, doing good, brother. So what I learned from that is, when you're on a date, you want to talk about emotional things. And by emotional, I don't mean like you want to cry about your problems, because emotional sounds like, emotional. But what I mean by that is like fun things. Literally, I remember on the date, one of the best dates I had, it was so fun, and this girl was amazing. We had so much chemistry. I remember midway through the date, we're like 1 bottle of wine in, we're having an amazing time, laughing, smiling, not bored at all. Literally, nothing happened that night, by the way, and we literally just had a bottle of wine together, and I went home and I felt so fulfilled. That's how you should be feeling after the date. You shouldn't feel like, what the fuck did I just put myself through? I had so many dates where I'm like, what did I just put myself through? Why did I waste that much time and money trying to chase a girl, and she didn't and all we did was talk about like what I do for work, and she's just trying to see if I'm good enough. It's just not the right vibe. With the girl that I had all the chemistry with, guess what we talked about? We talked about fruit. Literally, I have this in my vlog. We were talking about fruit, of all the fucking things to talk about. But in reality, the dumb stuff that you're talking about is just there so that the physical chemistry can take place. Now let me break that down. Logic, if you want to talk about logic all day with a person, with a girl especially, it's actually blocking you from having a better connection with that girl. 100%. Where y'all going? What the heck? Hey, what's up? What's up? Guys, it's so wild. All right, I'm gonna sit down. The reason why logic turns girls off is because what we do as guys is sometimes we subconsciously try to convince the girl that we're cool logically, and we don't even realize that we're doing it. We talk about things that we've accomplished, and we talk about things that we're gonna do, and we're trying to make ourselves sound cool. But in reality, it kind of just shows that we're insecure. So what you want to do is just assume value rather than try to display value. Assume value and show it through your actions and your vocal tonality and how you act and your confidence in any given situation. So how are y'all doing? Y'all got the sound bite. Have a good night. You don't want to have to convince her that you're cool logically. That's why when a girl asks you, what do you do? It's almost like a trap, the way I see it. But you want to build intrigue. You want to keep it vague, build intrigue, make it sound cool, but avoid the subject altogether of logic, of what do you do, of how cool your life is. No, just show it. For example, I'll give you a small example. If you play guitar and let's say you are a great singer, don't tell a girl like, hey, let's go to my apartment. I play guitar. I'll play guitar for you. I'm a great singer. Because now it sounds like you're trying to prove yourself and you have to say it. Like, if you had to say it, it's like, ugh. Instead, be like, hey, let's go to my apartment. You go to your apartment, there's a guitar on the wall. She's like, oh, can you play? Like, yeah, I'll play for you. Yeah, sure, I'll play a song. And then you play for her and you show her. It's so much better to just show it. Now, as far as emotion versus logic, on the worst dates that I went on, even though I was sometimes physically attracted to the girl, there's one date I remember where she was a photographer and we couldn't stop talking about our careers. That date went literally nowhere. We bonded logically the entire time, but at the end of the day, it was actually a waste of time because I wanted intimacy with her. What are some emotional things you can talk about? You can talk about, do you like to travel? Where do you want to go? Do some foreplaying. What if we travel together? Where would you want to go? What kind of room are we going to stay in? Just like make stuff up, make it fun, but it shouldn't be logical. It should never be logical. And the problem is, as guys, sometimes we are stuck in our heads logically because we're working all day, and as guys, we're more logical. But you're gonna have to learn how to manage that and turn on that emotional side of yourself. I was super nervous to do this. I literally sat in my car for about 15 minutes, like, I'd literally been working all day. I do not feel like talking to drunk idiots. I've spent a whole 3 weeks in my room, in my cave, diving deep into my courses, my old courses that I took, my mind archive, dissecting everything I've learned to put it all in one 8-week course that will literally double your dating if you take it. So go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.